Welcome again to the Solid Signal Podcast. This is the week of March 19th, 2018, and one thing I want to talk about is the miracle of social networking, which means that even if only a few hundred people listen to this podcast, that statistically speaking, that each one of them is influencing enough people so that the reach of this podcast is well over 1 million people. At least that's what I tell myself as I record it, is that I'm actually reaching 1 million people and that what I say is super important. At any rate, the subject of the podcast for this week is Get Commercial. Are you a commercial installer? Do you know a commercial installer? Is that one of those 1 million people that you're capable of reaching? Because you may not realize it, but if you are a commercial installer or property manager, there's a lot of stuff at solidsignal.com that appeals directly to you. Let's just say you're a facilities manager and you don't know an awful lot about what's going on with the television system in your building. Something goes wrong and it's pretty obvious what part is broken. You just want to go ahead and replace that part and not worry about it. Go to solidsignal.com and you're going to find a whole bunch of modulators and splitters and power injectors, and not necessarily the kind of stuff that you may know about or understand, but it's going to be the stuff that you need to replace that broken part that you've got and not spend thousands of dollars on unnecessary installations. On the other hand, if you are the kind of person who does those installations and you don't think that they are unnecessary, you'll be happy to know that not only can you get all the electronic parts that you need at solidsignal.com, but also all the safety equipment that you need. A lot of people don't realize that we carry things like safety belts and harnesses at solidsignal.com. So if you're going to be climbing up that 300-foot tower, you know you've got to have that safety equipment. And you also know that it's got to be in good repair. You start seeing a fraying thread, you don't want to be taking a chance on that. And once you're up 250 feet and the wind is blowing and that's the only thing that's stopping you from falling in case you lose your grip on a rainy day because your boss sent you up there even though it's rainy, and because millions and millions and millions of people are depending on you to get that broadcast back up and running. See, truth is that solidsignal.com is famous for probably about 100 to 200 parts that everybody knows about. There's your satellite stuff, there's your antenna stuff, your cellular boosters. But did you know that solidsignal.com has got well over 30,000 parts of all sorts of different kinds of things, and not just like daily deal kind of things, which are all super neat, but I'm talking about the serious installer, commercial level facilities management stuff that you never in 1 million years thought that you would want or need, and yet there you have it. Because truth is, it's out there. You have to have that stuff. I'm talking about television modulators. I'm talking about tower equipment. I'm even talking about the wires and lugs and power testers. Oh my gosh, test equipment. If you ever wanted to test anything, and take it from me, I'm a total test equipment geek. If there is a way to test something, I probably have a meter for it. I have a decibel meter. I have an antenna meter. I have a satellite meter. I love meters. Meters are kind of neat. And even I could overload on the sheer number of meters that we have at solidsignal.com, and not just signal meters, but even the kind of stuff that line people, never really thought about that. Electrical workers, let's put it that way, electrical workers can use to make sure that those high tension, high voltage power lines are carrying what they should be carrying. We've got signal meters that would probably measure the kind of equipment that goes up into space. I mean, anyway, it's kind of neat. And while I understand that not everybody, in fact, very few people, are going to spend their days browsing the selection at Solid Signal just because they're bored, do know that you can search for anything you want, and more importantly, if you're not sure if we carry it, give us a call. 877-312-4547 is the number, and if we don't carry it, we'll try to get it. About 20% of our top-selling parts come at one time or another from customer referrals. Just people saying, hey, I would like it if you carried X. And so we do. And that's how that works. So be one of those folks, suggest something to us, and we'll get it for you.